Uh, Canada. It was. Is it best race at season?
I'd say so far, yeah.
There was so much that happened. The fact we had a wet and dry race, oh, it was perfect. You can't ask for more for a race like that.
Like, mix of strategies was always nice to see.
Like there were like four stops.
Yeah.
Fucking Leclerc. Right,
What a man.
can we just start with Ferrari a sec? Charles Leclerc. The track was completely wet and it started to light rain again. Why had Ferrari put him out on hards just to bring him in to fucking put Inters back on?
I I think it was more balancing it out for Monaco where they didn't fuck up.
uh,
Like they
to be fair,
it,
Ferrari have not had a good weekend at all.
nah. Wait, this is perfect follow-up weekend for a win.
Yeah, well, it works perfectly for my predictions. As you know, we was 12-12 ahead of it. I've never taken the lead in predictions, and now what is it? 14-12. I had Carlos
Yeah.
Sainz to have a stinker, and I had Lance Stroll to have a good race, and he did P7. Haha. And then the last few laps were just chaotic as fuck. Like my fucking predictions are going from 4 points to 2 points. We won't
I
talk
was
about yours.
one move away from 4 points and I ended up on zero.
Oh no, Yuki.
Yeah, Yuki.
That's a painful
Ferrari.
one for me. Obviously, he's my favorite driver on grid, bar Hamilton, and yeah,
He has flown down my order now for that. I can't lie.
well,
That was pain.
in his post race interview, he said he's been struggling with the brakes all weekend. So, and it was the smallest lockup, and it's yeah, he almost killed fucking Magnussen. It. Did you see the swerve Magnussen had to do out the way?
To be fair, it makes the change Magnussen being the one in danger
Speaking
as
about
opposed to
danger,
Renault.
fucking Magnussen was danger. He was
Yeah,
flying with those wets on.
yeah. Haas wet strategy off the start,
That
perfect.
was an unreal call. But
All,
yeah,
all to pull him in, perfect.
he was
Pit crew.
he gained 9 positions, and the Hulkenberg went from 70 to 17th to 8th. Kevin Magnussen was at P4, overtaking fucking Ferraris, Red Bull. Well, no, Perez were back, overtaking yeah, he overtook a McLaren.
Yeah, I got round Piastri.
And then all to be thrown down the fucking bin by they've told him to box, and they've not even had the tyres set up. That could have been a fucking amazing strategy if they executed that. Was perfect. Like we could be looking at fucking double Haas points. And why have they? Did they keep Hulkenberg out?
I think they wanted to just park the bus with Hulkenberg and see what it could do.
There was no parking the bus there. He was 3 seconds a lap
Yeah,
slower than Lewis. Like it
it
was
was.
questionable to say the most.
We saw that Haas are still a Ferrari team in that race.
Yeah, 100%. Uh,
Like,
yeah. Uh, what's your biggest surprise of the weekend?
biggest surprise is the Mercs actually being the functioning
Yeah,
team.
George Russell on pole
Yeah, obviously,
by nothing.
yeah. Well, there was a screenshot I saw where Max was actually a tenth down just before the line. So
Was
I
it?
think, yeah,
Damn.
like you see his time being like a 1:12.1, and he's like still 5 or 6 meters from the line.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah. Mercedes. I don't like. It can just be a one-off, but
Yeah,
they've
it,
looked really positive.
it
Obviously,
feels like it's just a one
keeping up with the McLarens.
for the most part.
No, because a few more laps, and I think they would have had Lando. George were flying.
Yeah, no, Lando. When it came around to like that end phase on the mediums, Lando lost all his pace.
Yeah, well, to be fair, the both did George pitted for mediums like under the last safety car, and
Yeah,
Lewis pitted for new hards.
yeah, the hards were working overtime.
The hards were unreal. Looking at the hards were unreal. Um, wow, we don't talk about that.
Merck actually chose the right time to go onto a hard tire when there was some kind of grip that wasn't going to end up looking like you were stranded in the ocean.
Overall, I think it was just a perfect weekend. We had someone other than Max on pole, and we actually had a competitive race. That safety car, the first one, absolutely fucked Lando.
This time it couldn't have been worse.
He was 11.5 seconds clear, and yeah. Plus, instead of boxing, what does he do? Stays out.
He couldn't box. By the time safety car came out, he was past the pit lane.
Or was it? No, I swear
Yeah.
I swear he went past. He didn't go past.
I think he'd just gone through the chicane by the time.
Because they were talking about how he didn't pit.
Yeah,
And
he's
plus, they
so
should have known it's a safety car. Come on, Logan stopped on the track.
I thought it was a red flag.
Nah, there wasn't debris. It were a safety car at most.
There was a small bit of debris, but it was mostly just because of where the car was. The fact it's a wet track, so the error is obviously
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
You think
we seen it in Monza last year with Daniel Ricciardo, and his car got beached on the track, and we had the smallest fucking pathway to go through, and I'm surprised that wasn't a red flag. But speaking about Logan Sargent, yeah, it's not a good day to be a Williams fan, is it?
if yeah, no, it's
It is two errors from himself. He can't even blame the car. It is two errors.
he's a guy that I always want to do well, but I just know he can't survive in that car much longer. He's got to be gone soon.
Especially with Carlos Sainz desperate for a seat now, and it's looking more like it's looking more likely that he's going to take that Williams move over Sauber or Audi.
Do you take Sargent out the seat now, or do you bear with him for the rest of the season?
Who fills in for him?
Or someone out of F2?
Yeah, but well, it would be Kimi Antonelli, wouldn't it? But
Yeah, Lawson.
nah, they wouldn't do that to Liam. Absolutely not.
Nick DeVries back for half a year.
I wouldn't be against it. He actually did all right when he covered for Williams, for Albon, with his appendicitis.
Yeah, obviously race by race, Logan just keeps showing us that pulling him out the car for Australia was the right call.
Yeah, but like the excuse with Logan is he's still using parts from last year,
Yeah, but
all because Williams don't have anything. They don't
Yeah.
have spare. Well, they've got a spare chassis now, but it's a bit pathetic.
yeah, it's a mix of the team's got to do better, but at the same time, he also can't keep making mistakes anymore.
And there were two big mistakes. Like,
Yeah,
he's lucky to not get damage from that first one. Just slowly backs into. No, he didn't back up. He just
just
slides
push ahead.
into. Yeah. And then yeah, well, he's gonna James Vowles is gonna look at that like, okay, Logan's DNF'd, whatever. Alex DNF'd. I've seen some people blame Alex for that.
Yeah,
It was easily avoidable, but the way Sainz smashed into him on that spin, you've got to feel bad that he's had to retire there.
it's kind of a mix because obviously he could avoid it, but also Sainz hasn't really helped him avoid it.
Absolutely not.
There's so much you can do until a random Spaniard comes around singing "Smooth Operator."
Maybe fucking Sainz were giving us a sign that he doesn't have a seat for next year doing donuts on the fucking grass. He was doing burnouts on grass. He's
He's
doing
trying to take that Williams seat by force. Get rid of Albon entirely.
fucking hell, poor Albon. He always fucking gets battered. Anyways, let's actually get to the race review. We've gone P1, Max Verstappen. Then we went Lando Norris, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton, Oscar Piastri, Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll, Daniel Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly, Esteban Ocon. They're your top 10. And then we've got Hulkenberg, Magnussen. So the Haas just miss out on points. To be fair, they were close. If you seen the end of the race, there were like four cars that crossed at the same time. Valtteri Bottas, Yuki Tsunoda, and Guan Yu Zhou, who is a lap down. Serious things need to be said about Guan Yu Zhou at this point.
Pay driver.
He's a paid driver, but you look at his qualifying. He's either 19th or 20th.
It's
And he was a lap down twice in this race, and we've had safety cars.
yeah. To be fair, Leclerc was nearly a lap down at one point.
He was a lap down.
Yeah, had to unlap himself in the first car.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Guan Yu Zhou. There were talks about him getting Haas seat, but
Yeah, nice.
the Haas seat is
I think-
still open though, because obviously Hulkenberg's gone to Sauber.
K-Mag Behrman.
K-Mag will not keep his seat after this season. I highly doubt it.
I think he will. Because K-Mag is maybe not perfect.
It's the
influence
perfect
for
terrorist.
Behrman. Like, you can have Behrman to be your main guy to like try and get in the points, and Magnussen just there to have a car.
Yeah, but I think Komatsu doesn't want that.
Who else do you put in that seat then?
Guan Yu Zhou.
We know
No,
Behrman.
because there's talks about
is-
Guan Yu Zhou going to fucking Haas.
Okay, we'll say they want two capable drivers.
Just get Valtteri Bottas.
Do you reckon Bottas would leave Sauber?
Yes. Well, yeah, it depends. If they want to keep him, if Audi want to keep him, I'd love to see if Audi come in and be the perfect midfield team in 2026. I'm more than happy for Valtteri to be there because I do love Valtteri to bits.
But like it's okay. I don't think Bottas would leave. Obviously, we know that Behrman will be in that team because Ferrari want him on the grid.
Mm.
So, question is, who will fill a second Haas seat?
Nah, Esteban does not take that seat, especially with Oliver Behrman coming in. I doubt you'd want to give him straight to Esteban Ocon as a teammate.
It would be funny.
It not for Behrman, I don't think it would be. But
Turn one,
Be-
flying across Behrman.
Behrman to Haas looks confirmed anyway. It's more than confirmed. Just waiting for F1 to actually announce it. I couldn't even tell you what I was doing in F2. I've not been keeping up with F2 this year. I watched
imagine-
Monaco. That's it.
I know he was doing well by Saudi, which obviously doesn't really say a lot because it's the second race.
But yeah, he put himself on pole on Saudi and then got dragged out the car feeling fucking for Carlos Sainz.
So clearly he's got something about him in F2. So
Yeah, well, I think the biggest talking point of the whole weekend is not Ferrari. It's not Mercedes. It's Checo. He got a new contract, 2-year deal, and he celebrates by not getting out of Q1 and
I'm not finishing.
a stupid DNF. He spins out, the back end's gone. Like, you've got to retire the car. Yeah, and he can't even use the European excuse. 'Cause every time Perez goes to Europe, he's shit, but we are not in Europe, so.
Game for him. A lot of the grid, well, not really a lot, but there's a decent few European races,
Mm-hmm.
which
Uh,
shows why he's never good enough.
So when it comes to Sergio, there's got to be a clause in his contract now. If he's not performing, Red Bull can cut ties. I've got sure of it.
I don't think there is.
There has to be. I know it's a lot with drivers, but for performances like that. He's, he started
And
the fucking weekend P16, he's P18 with a DNF.
unless there's some chance Red Bull are gonna make a U-turn and obviously use their influence with RB to take him there and put Tsunoda in the Red Bull.
Nah, well, it depends. Yuki's confirmed at RB for 2025. We don't know what's happening with Daniel. Liam Lawson's been promised a seat for next year. Will he get it? We don't know. I'd like to see Liam Lawson in the RB.
Ricardo dropped Ricardo to Haas.
Nah, I think that'll be it for Ricardo once he loses his seat.
I don't think it will.
Yeah.
Eighth today showed he's still got something about him.
Qualifying was brilliant. He was just less than 2 tenths off pole.
Yeah, no, Ricardo fifth in qualifying.
But then again, he did it in Miami, and
yeah, no, he was 1.7 seconds. Oh wait, no, that's 7. That's 1.7.
he was 1.7 tenths.
Yeah, 1.7 seconds. I did with Checo.
Yeah, fucking in Q1, Checo a whole second slower than Max in Q1.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Checo. If Perez gets booted, who gets the Red Bull seat? I'd love nothing more for Yuki to get that seat.
Lawson.
Would they want to throw Lawson right in it though? Well, until end of season maybe, and then they shuffle something about.
Realistically, next to Max, I don't think they want a driver who will compete every single race and push him to his limit.
I think that's why they snubbed Carlos.
Yeah, so putting Lawson in there, he gets a lot of experience in a fast car. Then if Verstappen does decide one day, hey, I want to go drive for Merc, Lawson has the experience in the Red Bull already to...
Yeah, but then again, you've seen what happens to academy drivers that get thrown straight into the Red Bull. Albon never had it easy. Pierre, fuck me, they were killing him for finishing P5.
Albon also didn't have it nice with Lewis being in love with his backline.
He got his podium at the end of the day.
Eventually.
That's why I'm scared for Yuki to take the Red Bull seat if it happens.
I think whenever you put someone next to Max in that Red Bull, regardless who it is, they're gonna catch slander.
True. I think Yuki's one of the fastest drivers on the grid. Especially, no, he is. Look what he does with the RB, and he's consistent with it. Yeah. All right, P14 today. Like, come on, he was running P8 without the fucking crash.
To be fair, because as you said, because it's P8 in Monaco, they're lap down, obviously, but it's still P8.
Yuki's been unreal this season. I don't think anyone can take it away from him.
Yeah, he's been good, but
he's shown he's the better driver than Ricardo.
Yeah.
Anyways, Villeneuve on Ricardo.
Nah.
It's just a Ricardo come chat all this shit. It's fucking war.
It was weird seeing people then try and tear down Villeneuve, who was more successful than Ricardo.
Way more successful.
Like a guy who, when he left F1, went to go compete in Le Mans and I'm pretty sure won it. Which
says it all. Yeah. Then again, big up Fernando Alonso.
Yeah. Alonso dipped, won Le Mans, I think twice, came back to F1 and is still outperforming his teammate.
Considering who his teammate is, I don't think it's that hard. But then again, he was doing it at Alpine. He was outperforming Ocon. Like, remember when he put it...
Again, Ocon.
Were it Canada where Fernando put P2 last time in that Alpine?
Probably.
I think it was Canada, yeah. And obviously, Fernando P6 today, it's a good result. Especially now, Aston Martin aren't fighting Mercedes in the Constructors. They're more fighting Red Bull. No, they're definitely not fighting the Racing Bulls. So it's perfect points from today.
yeah, no, he was also, let's not forget, he was keeping Lewis behind him for the first
Yeah, but when
20.
DRS got opened, it was Lewis was long gone away from him.
When DRS got opened, Fernando did still keep him behind for a few more laps
Yeah, but
before.
once Lewis were past, he was gone.
Yeah, no, that was always expected because Alonso is so much better defensively than
Oh,
on the attack.
100%. Look at fucking Hungary in 2021,
Yeah,
where Esteban won. That's one of my favourite drives by Alonso. Obviously, Lewis being my favourite driver. That's one of my favourite drives, but like most favourite drives from Fernando. Is there any like big surprising results? Obviously, Lance Stroll getting P7.
yeah. Alpine double points.
Yeah, true. But then again, we were saying this with Haas at start of season, getting double points.
Yeah, no, but that Alpine start of the season was like 5 seconds off
True.
finishing the lap.
There's one thing I do need to bring up. On my race predictions, on my crazy prediction, I predicted everybody's going to finish the race.
He did.
That was far from it. I think that's one of the worst predictions I've done in a long time.
I am looking at 5 NCs on the F1 app currently.
I don't know why, because I knew it was gonna rain. But what did I say about Carlos? When obviously Carlos being my biggest letdown, I said he can easily fucking let it go.
Yeah.
And yeah, it happened.
It did.
For once, I am actually a good predictor.
Well, 2 points.
Well, at least I've finally taken the lead though. Like I've got an established lead over you.
We'll wait till next weekend.
Yeah. I'm gonna get every prediction right.
It's Spain.
I'm gonna get every prediction right.
Which, nah, you know.
Fernando Alonso to win.
Lance Shaw to not make it past turn 1.
Because I'm so tempted to do that to a driver, just predict a random driver.
Hamilton's turn into a plane turn 2.
Fuck me, you'd be loving if it were a plane. It'd be finished Grand Prix by fucking. Actually, no. It'd be hard to turn.
I'm more thinking plane over New York than plane in a fast way.
Ah. No, that's what we've got Logan and Checo there for.
Oh yeah, of course you picked the 2 fucking North Americans as that one.
Oh, I didn't even realise. I just went for the biggest 2 terrorists.
Imagine the guy from the US and the guy who wanted to be from the US.
Right, should we just do a quick roundup?
Yeah. So,
who had the best overtake?
Best Albon, double overtaken.
Yes. Yeah. Alright. And then, to be fair, Russell on Lewis was a fucking brilliant move as well.
Nah, that Albon overtake was just different.
Oh, 100%, but yeah.
Like, dive bombing into nearly crashing into turning it into a double overtake on a chicane. It's just...
Right, let's wrap it up here. Yeah, best race we've had all season. To be fair, I think we've only had 2 good races this season.
Yeah.
Australia and Canada.
I mean, I'm gonna say Miami as well, just because Lando. But
well, yeah, I'm gonna say Miami as well because I predicted this first win.
Yeah, I couldn't fuck it off.
Right, have we missed anything off the list? Ferrari struggles, no. Mercedes, nope. Prediction
Behrman.
talk. We spoke about Behrman, Haas being Haas. Talk about
Logan
being Logan, Checo. Yeah. Overall, it was a really entertaining race. There was so much chaos. That's what we love to see. That's up there with Silverstone last year.
Let's hope by some miracle Spain provides the same type of race.
Well, if Mercedes are back, then let's hope so. Because it's not really. Nah, to be fair, I don't think Spain's made for that Mercedes car.
Spain's not made for racing.
Yeah, true. Right. We're at the 25-minute mark. I think that's perfect.
That's more than enough.
Yeah. We will see you next for a Catalonian prediction video.
Look at you being fancy.
Shut up. Right, take care, fuckers. I've been Baz, that's been Ethan, and we've been Formula Spasmoid. Take care, fellas.